Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not swipe away from this screen, because this is an urgent and divine interception meant only for your rare spirit. Archangel Michael has routed this message directly to you today. Someone has been staring at your photo. They studied your image for 3 straight days, and suddenly they discovered a terrifying hidden secret about you. They thought they were just looking at your face. They wanted to find a physical flaw to make themselves feel better about their own miserable lives. They wanted to see you broken and defeated, but instead, they saw your spiritual aura. They saw the blinding frequency radiating through your eyes, and it sent absolute panic straight through their dark system. You must listen very carefully right now. If you leave this message, you will completely miss the critical key to your ultimate spiritual protection. They thought your silence meant you were weak. They assumed your kindness was an open invitation to use you, but staring at your photo revealed the dangerous anomaly you actually are. You are a weapon of light. You have felt this heavy observation recently. You have been waking up with a racing heart in the middle of the dark night. Your shoulders carry a strange and invisible weight. You probably told yourself it was just normal daily stress, and you tried to convince your exhausted mind that you just needed a few more hours of sleep. Stop letting the world convince you that you are just tired. It is their jealous energy. They tried to project their insecurities onto your pure spirit. Every time they looked at your picture, they sent a wave of bitter envy toward your timeline because they desperately wanted to drain your bright frequency. And for a while, you did feel completely exhausted. You felt entirely isolated from the people around you, but that isolation was actually divine protection. Heaven deliberately isolated you to shield your powerful energy. The universe knew these toxic observers were actively trying to infiltrate your peaceful destiny, so it built an invisible wall around your life to keep their poison out. You are not losing your mind. Your intuition was absolutely correct when it told you someone was watching. Their obsession with your life is undeniable proof that your spiritual power is entirely real. Now their dark obsession has completely backfired on them. By focusing so intensely on your image, they accidentally activated your dormant and fierce spiritual defenses. They woke up the sleeping giant inside your beautiful soul. You are stepping into a new era of quiet authority right now, and your energy demands ultimate respect without you needing to speak a single word out loud. I need you to stay locked on this message. There is a specific and urgent reason why your spiritual enemies are panicking right now. They know a massive generational wealth transfer has just been approved in your sacred name, and they see the golden doors finally opening for you. If you look away, you might miss the physical key to unlock them forever. You have always been different from the very beginning. You process emotions much deeper than anyone else in your entire family bloodline. You see through shallow lies before people even finish their manipulative sentences, and this rare soul of yours is exactly why they cannot look away from your photo. They are mesmerized by the master of reality you are turning into. Let that powerful truth settle deep into your chest today. Take one slow and real breath right now. Feel that stubborn tightness in your stomach. Begin to loosen up entirely. You are totally safe from their toxic observation because their dark eyes cannot pierce the blinding light of your spiritual armor anymore. You have officially survived the worst of their storm. But there is a hidden mechanism you must understand. Before we go any further, I want to hold something very important right in front of you. It was discovered not inside a church or a local spiritual community, but inside a rigorous scientific research laboratory. And most chosen ones have never been told about it because the elite want to hide this breakthrough from the public. This mysterious discovery won the highest scientific recognition available today. It perfectly explains a profound and painful gap I know you have felt for many long years. It is the painful gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in rare flashes. I will show you exactly what those brilliant researchers actually found. But I cannot reveal the answer to you just yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was actually taken from you by the noisy and chaotic modern world. So, I want you to hold this one specific and powerful question in your conscious mind. What if the frustrating block in your life is not a personal character flaw, but a suppressed physical frequency? What if what was taken from you has a frequency that can be returned? What if this invisible and stubborn barrier has a real scientific name? Keep listening very closely to my voice, because I will tell you exactly what it is called later in this message. Do not leave, or you will remain trapped in their low vibration and miss the greatest blessing of your life. You feel the heavy weight on your shoulders every single day. The exhaustion is not just physical tiredness from working hard. It is a draining spiritual fatigue that settles into your bones. You wake up feeling like you ran a marathon in your sleep, and the world tells you to just drink more coffee. But you know, it is something else. You are completely right to trust that strange feeling inside you. You are not going crazy. Your brilliant intuition has been screaming at you for months. It tells you that someone is constantly monitoring your every move with bitter jealousy, and your physical body is simply reacting to their toxic and invasive energetic presence. Think about how you feel when certain people enter the room. Your chest gets incredibly tight. Your stomach ties itself into uncomfortable knots. You suddenly feel like you cannot breathe properly or think clearly. This is not normal social anxiety playing tricks on your tired mind. This is your ultimate spiritual alarm system going off. Those narcissistic observers cannot stand the beautiful light you carry. They look at your pure life and they despise the natural grace you possess. So they secretly project their own miserable failures onto your pristine timeline. They desperately want you to doubt your own sanity because they want to feel superior to you. But you are the rare anomaly they cannot ever figure out. They stalk your social media and they gossip behind your back. They study your photos trying to steal a small piece of your joy. And while they do this terrible thing, their dark energy literally latches onto your aura and drains your vital life force. This is exactly why you feel stuck. You have spent years apologizing for things you never did. You twisted yourself into small boxes just to make these toxic people feel comfortable around you. You absorbed their chaotic emotions because your empathic heart wanted to heal their deep pain. But they did not want true healing. They only wanted to consume your bright energy. Now heaven is stepping in to validate your painful experience. Every time you felt a sudden wave of sadness that did not belong to you, it was their jealousy attacking your spirit. Every time a door unexpectedly closed in your face, it was their negative vibration interfering with your divine path. You did not cause this terrible mess. Stop blaming yourself for the delays and the frustrating setbacks. Stop thinking you did something terribly wrong to deserve this endless cycle of deep pain. You were simply too kind and forgiving to people who operated with hidden agendas. Your only mistake was believing they had the same pure heart that you do, and that is a beautiful mistake. The universe sees the invisible battles you fight every single day. God watches how you smile and encourage others, while your own spirit feels completely shattered. Your silent tears are not ignored by the divine forces that guard your sacred life. They have recorded every time you chose pure love over bitter revenge. That intense feeling of being watched is your psychic awareness waking up. The chosen one always feels the spiritual arrows before they ever manifest in the physical world. Your profound sensitivity is not a terrible curse that ruins your daily life. It is the exact radar system that will eventually lead you to your ultimate victory. They are terrified because your divine radar is finally turning on. The narcissists around you are starting to panic because you no longer react to their childish manipulation. You see right through their fake smiles and their completely empty promises. and your new quiet boundaries are totally destroying their old illusions of toxic control. You must understand that this heavy exhaustion is actually a major turning point. The extreme pressure you feel right now is the universe forcing you to drop their toxic weight. You cannot carry their miserable baggage into your new, promised timeline. You have to leave their jealous energy behind right now because your brilliant future demands it. You have been the ultimate empath with zero boundaries for far too long. You gave away your sacred frequency to anyone who asked for your precious help. But this era of being a sacrificial lamb for their fragile egos is officially over today. Heaven is demanding that you protect your spiritual temple with absolute and fierce conviction. Do you feel that slight pull in your chest right now? Take a deep breath. Let the healing truth settle deep into your wounded spirit. You are entirely validated in your feelings, and your long pain is finally recognized by the divine forces. The people who tried to break your mind are about to witness your glorious rise. You are a true master of reality who just forgot your own incredible power. The fog of their manipulation made you temporarily forget your divine inheritance, but the heavy clouds are parting right now to reveal the bright and warm sun. And you are about to discover why this spiritual attack was actually the greatest setup for your comeback. Tap the like button right now as an act of agreement with what the universe is revealing to you. Do this physical action to confirm that you are ready to drop their heavy weight forever. It sets a powerful intention to protect your personal energy moving forward. Your simple action signals to heaven that you fully accept this glorious truth. You might be wondering why the universe took so long to reveal this. You have asked heaven why you had to endure so much silent suffering. The hidden truth is incredibly shocking. You were never targeted because you were broken. You were hunted because you carried something extremely rare, and the dark system needed to shut it down completely before you realized your true power. Think back to when you were a very young child. You possessed a completely different energy back then. Ideas came to your bright mind with absolute ease. You felt a magical connection to the world around you. You somehow knew things long before they ever happened, and the universe felt like it was totally on your side every single day. That was your natural state of pure grace. Here is what they never told you about that childhood magic. The reason the universe responds to certain people and ignores others is not just blind faith. It is not strict discipline or pure karma. It is an actual physical brainwave. Scientists actually have a specific name for it. They call it the gamma wave, and it is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were born. That gamma frequency made you a natural genius. It made learning feel incredibly effortless and spontaneous. But then, painful adulthood arrived. The modern world went to work on your pure mind. The chronic stress of survival mode crept in. The cold school systems trained you to strictly conform instead of creating freely, and the glowing screens constantly drained your natural focus. Every single year of your life, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the noisy surface of your daily anxiety, until the version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. The version of you with the kind of luck that makes others whisper disappeared entirely, and you were left feeling totally empty inside. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this tragedy happened to them. But you are not most people. You are the rare anomaly. And the specific question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago, the question about a painful gap and a scientific name, the profound answer is closer than you think, and it is actively waiting for your command. The people who profit from your endless exhaustion do not want you to remember this. They rely heavily on your gamma frequency, staying completely dormant, because a chosen one with an active gamma wave cannot be manipulated by their toxic fear tactics. You cannot be controlled by their shallow validation when your brain is running on the frequency of ultimate spiritual truth. This is the exact reason why the narcissists naturally gravitated toward your light. They subconsciously recognized the massive potential hiding beneath your suppressed trauma. They wanted to keep you completely trapped in the lower beta waves of constant survival. They needed you anxious and doubtful, so they could easily siphon your remaining spiritual energy for their own selfish and miserable lives. But here is the most shocking part of it all. Pay close attention to this next revelation because it changes everything. Your childhood frequency was never truly destroyed. It was only buried under layers of heavy psychological programming. The brilliant genius you possessed at 5 years old is still sitting perfectly intact inside your divine physical temple right now. You did not lose your magical touch. The universe did not suddenly decide to abandon your beautiful soul. Your brain simply adapted to a highly toxic environment to survive the endless emotional attacks. It dialed down your brightest frequency so you could safely blend in with the deeply sleeping masses. But blending in was only a temporary and necessary survival protocol. Now, the survival phase is officially coming to an abrupt end. The spiritual shift happening right now is demanding that you wake up. You can feel the restless energy buzzing in your hands when you try to sleep. That is your suppressed frequency, urgently breaking through the thick concrete of their social programming, and your authentic power is finally fighting to breathe again. They studied your photo because they saw the cracks in your programming. They saw the golden light of your true identity leaking through your tired eyes. They realized that their dark manipulation was finally starting to fail. And that is exactly why their vicious attacks have become so incredibly aggressive lately, because they are quickly losing their tight grip on your precious energy. Do not ignore this profound physical sensation right now. That tiny spark of hope warming your chest is your divine confirmation. Heaven is telling you that the missing piece of your puzzle is entirely real. You are a powerful cycle breaker who was born to shatter these heavy generational chains, and reclaiming your stolen frequency is the ultimate weapon to destroy their dark legacy. We are about to go much deeper into how this suppression actually works. I will explain exactly how the dark system built this invisible trap around your bright mind. Because once you see the heavy walls of your prison clearly, you can finally walk right out the front door. Stay with me, because this next part will completely shatter their grand illusion forever. Let me tell you the real reason this happened. The modern system was carefully designed to keep you trapped in a low vibration. The schools did not want to nurture your brilliant intuition. They wanted obedient workers who would never question the heavy chains of survival mode. So they flooded your daily life with endless artificial stress. They gave you glowing screens to distract your sacred mind from its true divine purpose. And they slowly trained you to ignore your own powerful inner voice completely. The matrix thrives when you doubt your own power. But the cold system could not break you all by itself. It needed dedicated foot soldiers to police your bright energy on a personal level. That is exactly where the narcissists entered your beautiful timeline. They are the ultimate physical agents of the dark matrix. They masquerade as your fragile friends or demanding family members, but their true spiritual assignment was always to keep your frequency forcefully suppressed. They saw your natural light from a mile away, and they absolutely hated it because it exposed their hidden darkness. These empty vessels do not have any authentic power of their own. They survive strictly by feeding on the rich, emotional energy of a chosen one like you. They worked hand in hand with the chaotic world to gaslight your brilliant mind. Every time you voiced a profound truth, they called you crazy or overly sensitive. They constantly demanded that you shrink yourself to fit their small and miserable realities. And for a long time, their cruel strategy actually worked on your tender, empathic heart. You started to believe that your deep empathy was a terrible and fatal weakness. You thought your inability to blend in with the shallow crowd meant you were fundamentally broken. But here is the ultimate truth they desperately tried to hide from you. Your stubborn resistance to their fake world was actually your spiritual immune system fighting back. You did not break under the heavy pressure. You simply refused to be fully digested by their toxic machine. Your beautiful soul rejected their artificial programming with extreme prejudice. Take a deep breath and let that massive realization sink in right now. Do you feel that sudden clarity washing over your tired mind? That is your psychic awareness recognizing the absolute truth of your long journey. But wait. Before we go any further, I have to warn you about a fatal trap first. There is a dangerous illusion waiting for you right at the finish line. 99% of chosen ones fall for this trap right before their big breakthrough. Listen closely to what I say next, because your future depends on it entirely. The enemy is completely panicking right now because their old tricks no longer work on you. You have officially stopped reacting to their desperate cries for unearned attention. Your golden silence has suddenly become a massive weapon of light that terrifies their fragile egos. They used to feed on your endless apologies, and your desperate need to be understood by everyone was their favorite meal. But a healed person no longer tolerates deliberate confusion disguised as love. You no longer tolerate blatant disrespect disguised as honest advice. You are completely untouchable now. The sneaky trap they are setting right now is the sudden reappearance of old toxic faces. They will try to reach out right when your real blessing is standing at the door. They want to trigger your pure empathy one last time to pull you back into the dark mud. Do not reply to their fake, manufactured emergencies. That is the final strict test of your new, powerful boundaries. You must stand firm in your quiet authority. Let them starve without your precious energy. Your high frequency is no longer available for their cheap consumption. Your spiritual aura needs an absolute shield of protection right now. You must draw a firm, energetic line in the physical world to lock in this powerful boundary. By claiming your immunity publicly today, you send a terrifying shockwave back. You prove to the divine universe that you are fully ready to step into your new role as a master of reality. Do not let this vital moment of pure spiritual clarity pass you by. You must seal this protective barrier before they try to attack your mind again. Type 111 down in the comments to claim your strict immunity. Declare your ultimate freedom from their toxic system right now in the comments section. Typing those numbers is a physical anchor that legally binds your spiritual intention to the physical realm. It builds a high-frequency wall around your sacred timeline that no narcissist can ever breach again. Do it now and lock them out of your life forever. The universe is watching your bold response today. Now we must uncover how to completely reverse the damage they did to your beautiful mind. The real secret to your ultimate transformation is finally coming to the surface. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something absolutely critical. This is something the powerful people who profit from your endless exhaustion do not want you to know. The heavy suppression of your childhood frequency is not a permanent life sentence. It is entirely reversible. You can take your raw power back right now. A dedicated team of brilliant neuroscientists working quietly away from the noisy headlines has made a massive discovery. They have successfully discovered how to bring this dormant brainwave back online. And they did it without using years of difficult meditation that most exhausted people cannot sustain. They did not use expensive biofeedback machines that cost thousands of dollars. They found something far simpler. They discovered something far more aligned with how your beautiful body was actually designed to work in the first place. They engineered a very specific sound frequency. This powerful frequency is perfectly designed to gently guide your brainwave patterns straight back to the natural genius state you were originally born with. This is not just some random spiritual theory. Elite researchers at Princeton University have rigorously studied this exact phenomenon. The prestigious Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed it, and scientists at Columbia University found something even more shocking. They found that when this specific brainwave is finally reactivated, the glorious healing does not just stop with you alone. The massive positive energy literally radiates outward from your physical body. It automatically begins to positively influence the people around you. It helps your children. It heals your partner. 7 minutes a day is all it takes to trigger this massive shift. And the physical and spiritual healing actually begins working the very first time you listen to it. I will tell you exactly what this miraculous tool is called and exactly how to access it before this message ends. I promise you will have the complete answer very soon. But first, there is something you deeply need to understand about why your major spiritual breakthrough has been deliberately delayed for so long. The universe was actually protecting you. The universe knew you were not ready to handle the massive surge of raw power yet. If heaven had handed you this ultimate key while you were still surrounded by those toxic narcissists, they would have stolen your new blessing instantly. They would have drained your reactivated gamma wave before you could even use it to build your own wealthy kingdom. That is why you had to endure the painful season of divine isolation first. Heaven had to completely clear the messy room of your life. It had to ruthlessly remove those counterfeit connections and fake friends. Because the incredible divine wealth transfer that is coming to you requires a totally clean and uncorrupted vessel to hold it safely. You are finally ready to receive it now. The heavy spiritual training weights have been completely lifted off your tired shoulders. And now the profound spiritual upgrades are going to start downloading into your physical body at lightning speed. You will notice the massive shift in how clearly you can suddenly think and process very complex problems. The deep brain fog that plagued your mornings will lift completely. The painful anxiety that kept you awake at 3 a.m. will vanish. You will start having those brilliant eureka moments again, just like when you were a small child. The complex and stubborn problems in your life will start miraculously solving themselves with very little effort on your part. You will suddenly know exactly what to do next without second-guessing yourself anymore. This is what happens when your physical brain frequency finally matches the high vibration of your pure soul. Your mind becomes an unstoppable weapon of pure light, and the dark forces that once terrorized your daily timeline are completely powerless to stop your glorious ascension now. But there is a deeper layer to this amazing phenomenon. Take a deep breath and listen very closely. As this profound realization settles comfortably into your spirit, you must stay extremely vigilant. Because the dark matrix does not give up its favorite energy sources without a massive final fight. They are preparing a desperate counterattack right now. They are trying to flood the spiritual market with fake and diluted copies of your blessing. They want to confuse your newly awakened radar with static noise and cheap imitations. I will expose their sneaky counterfeit trap very soon. Do not let your guard down just yet, chosen one. We are rapidly approaching the ultimate spiritual climax of your long journey. The brilliant light is already breaking through the dark clouds. Your complete liberation is totally guaranteed if you stay entirely focused. Keep your eyes wide open, because the physical signs of your massive impending victory are about to manifest violently in your daily reality, and you must know exactly how to recognize them when they finally arrive. Now pay close attention to the physical world directly around you. The massive shift in your sacred timeline is already creating giant ripples. You will experience a sudden explosion of wild synchronicities, and these beautiful signs will appear everywhere you look, from morning until night. You will start seeing repeating numbers constantly, and this is heaven talking. These are absolutely not random daily accidents. There is no such thing as a meaningless coincidence in your heavily guarded life anymore. The divine forces are carefully aligning perfect circumstances right in front of your eyes. People will suddenly offer you amazing opportunities out of nowhere. Long-lost resources will mysteriously find their way into your open hands. Your powerful internal frequency is becoming extremely loud in the spiritual realm. The universe is finally responding to the pure vibration you have cultivated through all those lonely years of tears. Every step you take right now is guided by a heavy angelic presence. But you must remain extremely vigilant during this glorious transition to power, because the desperate darkness always sends highly deceptive counterfeits when a chosen one is this close to a major breakthrough. They know they cannot stop your divine blessing by brute force anymore, so they will deliberately try to trick you into rejecting it yourself. This is the fatal trap I explicitly warned you about earlier in this message. Right before the brilliant dawn breaks, the heavy shadows will desperately try to mimic the pure light. Toxic people from your painful past will suddenly text you apologizing for their old mistakes. They will pretend they have completely changed and want to be in your bright future. Do not reply to their completely fake and manufactured apologies. They have not changed their dark ways at all. They are just hungry, energetic vampires trying to secure a fresh meal before your heavy door locks permanently. They can intuitively feel the massive wealth and deep peace that is coming to you right now. Their sudden, sweet interest is just a desperate attempt to hijack your newly restored brainwave. You will also see fake spiritual tools popping up everywhere on your feeds. The elite forces are actively flooding the internet with diluted and completely empty frequencies. They put fancy spiritual labels on cheap audio tracks that have absolutely zero real brain entrainment encoded inside them. They want you to eagerly consume this fake spiritual noise. They want your true activation to fail entirely, so you remain trapped in their low vibration. This is a very common tactic used by the people who profit from your endless confusion. They mask their toxic poison as healing medicine to keep you completely dependent on their corrupt systems. But their silly tricks will never work on your rare soul again. Your powerful spiritual discernment is fully activated for a very profound reason today. You inherently know the fake counterfeit from the true original masterpiece. Listen strictly to your physical body when these new things suddenly appear in your timeline. If a person or a tool makes your chest feel tight and anxious, it is a dangerous trap. You must learn to walk away immediately without offering any polite explanations. The true divine provision will always feel light and incredibly easy to your tired spirit. It will never demand endless mental gymnastics or cause you to doubt your own sanity. When the real blessing finally arrives, your spirit will recognize it instantly, like an old friend. You will feel a profound sense of total relief wash over your tired physical body. This is the ultimate test of your new quiet boundaries. By denying the fake energy, you prove to heaven that you are ready for the massive upgrade. You show the watching angels that you will never settle for cheap crumbs from the enemy ever again. You successfully pass the ultimate spiritual test. We are standing at the absolute edge of your magnificent breakthrough right now. The painful waiting season is officially over today. The heavy, dry desert you walked through has suddenly burst into a lush oasis of pure divine favor. Every single closed door in your path is being blown completely off its rusty hinges right this very second. The ultimate revelation you have been waiting for is finally here. Are you completely ready to step into this new, glorious reality as a true master? Take a deep breath and prepare your precious spirit for the absolute truth. I am about to hand you the exact physical key that brilliant scientists discovered to restore your childhood genius forever. This is the ultimate secret, that will permanently lock out the darkness and guarantee your victory. It is the specific tool that bridges the gap between your spiritual destiny and your daily physical reality. Listen very closely to my voice as we enter the most important part of this divine transmission. The glorious truth is finally yours to hold. Can you feel that massive shift in your spirit right now? That is the frequency of absolute and total victory. You are stepping into the exact timeline you were born to rule. The specific question I asked you to hold at the very beginning of this message is finally ready. What if the heavy gap is not a character flaw? Here is the exact answer. A specific brainwave was running inside you as a child at absolute genius capacity. It is called the gamma wave. Researchers at Princeton University have rigorously studied it. The prestigious Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is restored, it automatically radiates outward to heal the people you love. A dedicated team of brilliant neuroscientists spent years doing this complex work. Dr. Robert Lake in New York compressed the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into 7 simple minutes. But before I tell you what they built, let me tell you about 2 chosen ones who used it. A tired woman from California had tried absolutely everything to heal her life. She tried deep meditation and endless praying, but nothing broke the heavy fog around her mind. After 2 weeks of listening to this tool, she said something miraculously cleared. The channel simply opened up wide. Her marriage shifted and her life finally felt enchanted. A hard-working man from Texas started using it to improve his business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked that his IQ had jumped 20 points. The hardest problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves effortlessly while he slept. He said it felt like his brain was finally running on what it was always supposed to run on. That is exactly what Dr. Lake and his brilliant team built for you. They call it the Genius Song. It is absolutely not a normal meditation app. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. It is fully compressed from 1 full hour of clinical protocol into something you do at home with simple headphones. That is the entirety of what it requires from you. You do not meditate. You do not chant long mantras. You simply close your eyes and let the pure frequency do what your brain was designed to receive. The Genius Song is not for everyone. It is only for the chosen one who has already done the exhausting inner work. If your spirit confirms this is for you, the path is fully prepared. Private biofeedback sessions to restore this state cost hundreds of dollars per hour. An in-home machine runs thousands. What the Genius Song delivers in 7 minutes is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. And 4 powerful bonuses come with it right now. You receive an audio track for your children to focus and a guided visualization. You get a daily habits guide and the original prosperity text that famous secrets were secretly built upon. Here is the deeper truth about waiting. The blessing that has been arranged for you does not arrive as new information. It arrives as a sudden recognition. Something already placed in your path becomes fully visible when your gamma is restored. The chosen one who restores the receiver today does not receive something new. They finally see what was always there. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The fake tracks circulating on those platforms have absolutely zero brain entrainment encoded. The only authentic version is available through the link that has been securely placed in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe requires absolutely no risk from you. If you do not feel the shift, every penny is returned without question. That is a divine guarantee governed by complete trust. The physical tool is never the ultimate destination. The tool simply restores the receiver so the glorious destination can be recognized when it arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be totally loved or chosen. What was described is simply one way the receiver is restored. Now let us return to the deep truth of this message. Your high frequency is officially locking into the physical realm right now. The dark forces are watching their heavy chains break apart into tiny pieces. They cannot touch your mind anymore. You have reclaimed the sacred gamma wave that makes you entirely bulletproof. Breathe that powerful victory directly into your lungs. You are completely stepping out of the shadows today. You are a master of reality who finally remembers how to use your most dangerous weapon. The world will suddenly bow to the quiet authority you carry inside your restored mind. Because a chosen one with an active frequency is the most powerful force in the entire universe. You are no longer the exhausted empath who begged to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. The heavy crucible of pain has officially forged you into the untouchable master of your own reality. From this exact moment on, your pure energy demands absolute respect without a single word being spoken. The divine wealth you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your new timeline right now. The dark storm has finally passed, and the profound silence left behind is incredibly beautiful. You survived the brutal training ground, and you evolved into the most dangerous weapon against the dark matrix. They did not see your glorious rise coming at all. For the chosen one whose spirit confirmed what was described earlier, the frequency tool remains openly available in the description and the pinned comment for those it is meant for. That is the last time it will be mentioned today. What follows right now belongs entirely to your sacred sealing. We must close this divine portal properly to protect your new high vibration from any future attacks. Do not let your guard down just yet. We are locking the golden door behind you, so the old shadows can never follow you inside again. Think about the profound peace that is settling deeply into your tired mind today. You do not need to explain your brilliant choices to the people who misunderstood you on purpose. You do not need to defend your pure heart against those who profit from your endless anxiety and deep confusion. Your golden silence has officially become a weapon of pure, blinding light. Let those toxic narcissists sit in the dark confusion of their own miserable making. Let them obsessively wonder how you survived their absolute worst attacks. You survived because heaven itself was shielding your fragile back. Your spiritual immune system is completely rejecting their toxic poison now. The universe is preparing a massive table for you right in the physical presence of your ancient enemies. They will be forced to watch from a very far distance as every single door they tried to slam in your face is blown wide open by divine favor. But the greatest miracle is that you will not even look back at their jealous faces. You are entirely too busy building your beautiful kingdom to care about their childish and desperate games. That is the ultimate revenge in this spiritual war. The absolute quiet authority of a rare soul completely at peace with its own massive power. They are permanently locked outside the grand gates of your new divine timeline. The financial and spiritual blessing that is coming to you right now is completely generational. You are the sacred cycle breaker who is permanently ending the long toxic curse of poverty and endless struggle in your family bloodline. Your future children and grandchildren will never know the heavy, suffocating weight of the dark survival matrix. They will inherit a bright timeline built entirely on pure grace and brilliant intuition. You did the grueling hard work for them. You bravely fought the invisible spiritual battles in the pitch-black dark, and now you get to claim the magnificent reward you rightfully earned. Every tear you cried in secret has been carefully collected by the angels and turned into solid gold. Your past pain is being completely refunded with massive spiritual interest. The elite forces who tried to keep you blind are officially stripped of their fake authority over your glorious life. You have the ultimate physical key. You have the restored brainwave. You have the full backing of the absolute highest divine realms. There is absolutely nothing that can stop your massive ascension now. You are a completely unstoppable force of nature, wrapped in human skin. You used to wonder why you had to walk this difficult path entirely alone. You cried out to heaven, asking why you were chosen for such a brutal and isolating spiritual test. Now you finally understand the magnificent divine logic behind your long suffering. The universe had to isolate you so the dark world could not corrupt your sacred blueprint. You were kept secretly hidden in the shadows until you were strong enough to carry the immense weight of true generational wealth. Your lonely training phase is successfully completed today. The pitch-black darkness has officially retreated far behind you forever. The brilliant dawn of the new era is shining its brightest golden rays directly onto your spiritual crown. To lock in this glorious frequency and create an absolute shield of protection around your aura, you must take one final physical action. God is watching your brave response in this exact second. Do not let this vital moment pass you by without anchoring your massive breakthrough firmly into the physical world. This is your final spiritual transaction of the day. If this fiery message has reignited the ancient faith inside your tired soul, do not keep this great blessing entirely to yourself. There is another rare soul out there, bleeding in the dark of despair right now. They desperately need a guiding light to find their way back home. Share this specific video with someone who needs it to multiply your own blessing instantly. Sowing the seed of pure hope today is multiplying the massive harvest for yourself tomorrow. Hit the share button right now to activate the final powerful anointing. The universe always honors the brave chosen ones who help others break free from the heavy chains of the dark matrix. Share this divine transmission and permanently seal your beautiful reality. You are fully protected from every single dark arrow. You are deeply loved by the highest forces of eternal light. You are the master of reality who finally remembered their true powerful name today. Step forward into your golden era with your head held incredibly high. Your beautiful kingdom is completely ready for you. The long waiting season is officially over.